Hi friends, is anybody out there today? Got a couple folks tuning in. Just want to make sure you guys can hear me okay. Get me some thumbs up. Get me some waves. Like hand waves. I guess you could go out and do the wave. Maybe you could get your neighbors involved. Everybody could do the wave. There we go. Hi April. Got some folks tuning in. Hi Autumn. Mary, thank you all. We're just gonna wait, hang tight here for another minute. We're gonna be taking you guys on a little bit of a walking tour today. Yes, April, those are the questions we're going to be answering so that you guys can make decisions if you are ready to head out to the zoo. Oh, so glad you guys are here today. Hi gang, it's Erica from the marketing department. Yay, Janine, I'm glad you can hear me. Hi Heather. Thank you so much for tuning in. And Nancy, opening day was really terrific. But people still kind of have a lot of questions about what it looks like up here, how this process is gonna go. Someone's radioing me, you guys. Hold on. Hey guys, I'm doing a Facebook, so I'll find you in a minute.
Thank you.
There we go. They probably need me to come disinfect. We've had everybody on staff disinfecting high-touch areas. I just wanted to walk you through what it's like at the zoo right now. And then if you have questions, I want to answer them because I want everybody up here feeling safe. And things are a little bit different at the zoo right now. So let's go for a walk, shall we? So first of all, this is a spot you guys know well. This is the entrance to the zoo. So you'll notice guest services is still open. If you need to buy tickets or renew your membership, that can be done in person over here. But you can see the entrance has moved. Hi Joanne. Joanne's my teammate. We all know Joanne. She makes regular appearances here on Facebook. So you can see when you get to the zoo, you'll be able to follow these arrows. That's kind of what you're looking for. We have one-way direction through the zoo. This is a great way for members to buy their tickets online, to reserve their spot, not buy their tickets, but to reserve their spot. So everybody, it's timed entrance. So this is our new temporary zoo entrance. Here's cute Taylor, she's manning. She'll be scanning your tickets. All of staff is in masks and we're strongly encouraging all of our visitors to wear masks. If you don't have a mask, we do have some for sale and most folks have been wearing their masks. We're appreciative of that. We do have some staff members that just are kind of a little bit concerned, so just do keep that in mind. You'll see we've removed lids from the garbage can so you don't have to touch them. And here's our entry time, 11:30. So for members online, Sharice, you just have to still reserve your time spot. And then you'll need to bring your membership card and your printed time-stamped ticket. The reason we're doing that is so that we can make sure, see, here's your reminder, 6 feet. Cute little paw prints, right? So we're having you walk through our events pavilion. So if any of you have had a company party up here or something, you probably sat in here and ate awesome hamburgers and hot dogs. Nancy, thanks for your donation. So this is kind of fun for the kids. It'll be kind of like a, what are they called? A maze? That's what they're called. Do you need to wear masks? Mary, it is not required. So we are complying with what was recommended by Salt Lake County. And we want to be in strict compliance with what they recommend because we want to remain open and we want everybody to have a safe time. So masks are strongly encouraged, but not required. They are required for staff. So every staff member you'll see, like right up over here, they have a mask on. How are you today? Good, we're just doing a little walking tour. Reminding you to stay 6 feet apart. You can see she's behind the plexiglass. Thank you. So that's kind of, and we've all gotten pretty used to that, I think, at grocery stores and stuff. Tab, thank you so much for your donation. So then you'll enter the zoo up here. So you're on the far eastern end, you'll be right by giraffes. Let's zoom in and say hi to Riley. See Riley there? Let's see, 2-hour limit is ridiculous. People pay good money for day passes and memberships to spend the day at the zoo to take time and learn. You're totally right. What we're doing is recommending 2 hours. We have found at our time here at the zoo, most folks do spend about roughly 2 hours at the zoo. If you need longer, that's fine. We are counting people as they exit. I don't think it's altogether ridiculous because the goal is to try to keep people safe and feeling comfortable and to make sure that we have adequate distance between everybody. So you'll see these signs throughout. Christine, thanks for your donation. You know, the zoo's been closed since March 17th. So that's kind of a big hit for us because this is usually when we would just be hopping. Kugel Ball is still on. Now, the reason this is still on, this is a high touch point, but it is all chlorinated and treated water, which is safer than just having the ball without the water because kids are going to touch it either way. So you can see there, chlorinated water. So you'll see here too that all of the statues and sculptures are blocked off, so people can't play on those right now. Katie, thank you. Now, how? Let's see. How do you reserve a time slot? You can go to hoglezoo.org, and it's super easy. You just find the time that works for you and your family. The tickets, and then you reserve the number in your group. If you're a member, there's a special link for members. That will be on the time slot as well. How many people per time slot? That is a good question. Let me get back to that. You can see here we've blocked off the pathway. We do still have some gift shop kiosks. The gift shop is closed. Any of our indoor spaces are closed. But you can still get your water bottles, your cute backpacks, sun hats, of course. You can do stroller rental. By the way, this is where you can buy masks if you need one as well. So we're letting in no more than 3,000 people per day. So I apologize. I didn't do the math before I came down to see how many that is per half hour. Stephanie, we'd prefer you actually not to print out the tickets, but to show the barcode on your phone. Here's another arrow. You can see it's blocked off here. And most folks are wearing masks. Again, masks are strongly encouraged, but not required. And I'm so glad, you guys, we had a great opening day. And we're so grateful that everyone really did follow all the guidelines and recommendations. We need the support, and the animals have missed you for sure. Let's take a little quick peek at our zebras out there and the guinea fowl. Are the animal art prints we've seen you doing on the field trip online right now? Rabbi, yes, they are. You can go to hoglezoo.org. There's another arrow, so we're on track. You could go to hoglezoo.org. If you click on shop online, you could see some animal art there. That's actually a great way to support the zoo and then get a really great, one-of-a-kind, unique piece of art to hang in your house. Okay, so what we're doing, you guys, if you're tuning into the Facebook field trip, we've had so many questions about what's it like at the zoo right now. Is it crowded? Are people wearing masks? What's going on? So I thought we'd just do a quick little walking tour of the zoo. So you can see again, that's where the gift shop kiosk was. And then as we come down over here, everybody here is exiting out our new temporary exit. We wanted to separate the entrance from the exit so that we wouldn't have too many people overlapping. And then you can see one of our sweet volunteers back. She's counting as you exit. Hello! So good to see these back. We have, may as well, right? We have hand sanitizing stations throughout. Please stay left. Protect the herd. That's kind of our saying up here. As we come down here, you're also going to see Chris. And Chris is out here. Jennifer, thank you for your donation. Chris is out here disinfecting. Normally Chris works. Hi, Chris. Normally Chris is in our finance department, but we have all staff out here disinfecting all of the high touch points. Look at that big lion boy in there sleeping. We're trying to keep our distance. You can see we're doing 6 feet apart. People have been very respectful about that. What gets tricky sometimes is when the animals are doing something amazing, people start to forget the distancing. And sometimes that's when we have to remind people. Oh, I still have hand sanitizer on my finger. You can see the dots. We've marked where you can stand. Let's see. They recommend, she said, counting numbers as people leave. That's right. We are counting numbers as people leave. We just really want to make sure it's a safe and nice experience for everyone. So you can see Green Arrow going down, but these guys are heading out. We had to improvise with our barriers, so we had to use benches. You guys, this was an all staff, all hands on deck kind of event, because we went from closed to open in 2 days. Lisa, do the animals notice people are back? I think they do. Some species do for sure. Here's a bistro. You can still get your ice cream and your Dippin' Dots, guys. Oh, Rena, thanks for doing the math for me. That actually really helped me. I can't do it on my own. You can still get your plush. You can still get bites to eat at walk-up windows only. Bistro's closed. Let's just keep kind of strolling through the zoo here. I just wanted to give you guys kind of a lay of the land. Kimberly, we just figured out, I bet you it's close. See, there's more disinfecting going on. That's going on throughout the day. Here's more of the reminders of where to stand. It's 3,000 per day, and that's going to be about, I think Rena did the math for us, 166 per half hour. Between that, maybe to 200 or so. Let's see if we can get a glimpse of, so this is what's called primate forest, and so we're just going to keep our distance. I'm going to stay back a little bit. We got our spider monkeys out there. Nora, we got to get down to Rocky Shores. Nora doesn't hang out up here in, there's Lemon. Hi, Lemon. We should have said hi to her while we were over there. Ebony and Lemon. Let's see. As soon as we can safely make our way through, I tell you why this is a traffic jam is Pepper. Cute Pepper is out here. Pepper's our little baby. You guys remember being introduced to Pepper. That's one of them acting as the mom. There we go. Yeah, you guys, it's a wonderful place to come spend the day. This is perfect. There's Pepper. Now she's showing you. Looks like she's feeling a little bit agitated toward one of the other monkeys up there. So this is there we go. Are the animals glad to have visitors back? Dominic, some of these species, like the primates for sure, are glad to have visitors back. Here's a prime example. You see Ebony over there. Ebony's been down on his mesh pretty much all day saying hi to people. He stopped me as I was walking up to start our field trip. Are we still having military day? Yes, that's a great question. So we have three military days a year. And the first one's coming up in May, Armed Forces Day. And I'm actually glad you reminded me of that because we've been so caught up trying to get reopened, I haven't gotten the word out. There's Cindy, Keeper Cindy across the way. We've chatted with her before. What's the uses of restrooms? Is there a line of people to get in? There was not a line of people to get in today. Now everybody needs a timed entry ticket. And then we just ask people to line up at the restrooms. There's marks, and I haven't seen it be too bad. I'll be honest, I've been kind of out walking around the grounds. So some of these bottlenecks, you just kind of have to be careful as you pass, and we're gonna follow our green arrows. How do they come up with the name Pepper? That is a great question. The keepers came up with that. Probably because she kind of looks like Pepper, right? Some of the other names in there, Sifu, our big male. We have Dahlia and Violet. And Sophia. Sophia's the mom of Pepper. Okay, here's more dots. Let's look for elephants. So this just kind of gives you a feel. It's actually kind of a nice way to see the zoo, you guys, because normally we would there's Tawny disinfecting. Hi, Tawny. We're getting all the disinfecting done of all these high touch areas throughout the zoo. So that's being done on a regular basis. Here's another arrow. There's an elephant. Let's go take a look. You can see again, no toppers on the garbage cans. We don't want you to have to touch. We're trying to remove as many high touch things as we can. Oh, as soon as we got over here, the elephants went the other way. You see them moving back over there. Let's try to zoom in. There's Christy. We recommend about 2 hours when you're here, you guys. If you find you need a little bit more time, we're just kind of, and again, it's all a work in progress for us too, right? We haven't done this before. And we're just, you got warnings throughout. Caution, high touch point. Does the amount of disinfectant affect the animals? That is a great question. This is, it's not that's a good question. It's some type of disinfectant that is safe for animals. Now you've put me on the spot and I don't know what it is, but we have been very careful about that as well. Yes, we are open on Mother's Day. You just need a timed ticket. Chelsea, we are open to the public. That's kind of why we're doing this field trip, to just walk you through the zoo. We opened to the public yesterday on Saturday. It was our first day and it was actually a pretty good success. Everybody was very respectful. They tried to give each other space. Lots of folks were wearing masks. Nancy, you do not have to wear a mask to visit. It's strongly required. There's more disinfecting going on. How are you, Ron?
Good, how are you?
Good. All right, Oasis is open, you guys. If you've got a pizza hunkering, you can go ahead. And sorry, I'm trying to read questions and talk at the same time because I wanted to make sure everyone's questions were getting answered. But this is kind of a fun way to see the zoo. Normally we could have, on a weekend, we could have 5,000 to 7,000 people here this time of year. But now we're limiting it to 3,000 people for the whole day. So you kind of, it's not quite as busy as you might normally see on a nice day. So you can see some of the outdoor dining options. We request that you don't move the tables because they've all been properly distanced, as it were. So we're just kind of taking you on a little walking tour so you guys can sort of see what the zoo's like. There's Princess over there napping. She's enjoying. Jennifer, we've actually been in close contact with zoos, our fellow zoos from around the country. They're very interested in how this is going for us because they're in the same position we've been in. All the zoos closed and we still have all these gorgeous animals. Look how beautiful our grounds are, you guys, and you're missing it. Our grounds team does such a great job. But everyone's very eager to get back open for sure. So you can see the whole playground area is still closed. The amphitheater, we still have the disinfecting stations. The splash pad is closed. So some of these super high touch points are still closed, you guys. How do pass holders get time tickets? There's a special link for zoo members at our website, hoglezoo.org. Reason being, of course, members, you don't need to pay, but you do still need to reserve your time. Is there a time of day the animals are more active? Mornings are always best, I think, at my time at the zoo. I feel like they just seem to be up and awake a little bit more. They've just had breakfast. So that'd be 9 o'clock. We open at 9 right now. Tickets are not discounted right now, Kimberly. We've been closed since March 17th. So if I'm being honest, we need a little bit of cash right now, you know, because animals like to eat nice meat and nice fish, that kind of thing. So again, some of our favorite photo ops are closed. Do you feel like the animals are more active with people back in the zoo? I certainly think some species are. There's no doubt about it. The primates love it. And then we're getting close to seeing Nora. So Nora's, as you guys know, see, we've got the markers down here so that we can keep proper distance. Nora, oh goodness, look who I see across the way, you guys. Maybe we ought to get over there to the polar bears. Anna's checking in. Hi, Anna. She's a zoo friend from years ago. So we've got our sea lions. They're waiting for some lunch. You can see a lot of our guests have masks on. Masks are not required, but they are strongly encouraged. We were so excited you reopened yesterday that we brought the whole family. Oh, good. Matt, thank you so much for coming out. And did you guys have a good experience? We might end up having to close off some of this spot because when they start doing their training sessions, people get so excited and they want to cluster around and watch. So it's still a work in progress for us, you guys. So we really appreciate your patience and support while we figure it out. Some of you sent some nice feedback and suggestions after your experience. So here we are down in Rocky Shores. You can see the sculptures are blocked off. Inside areas are closed. But the important part, the hamburgers are open. They are grilling hamburgers for sure. You can see the tables have been spaced out so families can enjoy their lunch. You've got the bathrooms down here are open. We have dots for where you can stand to wait in line. Let's see if we can get you guys a glimpse of the polar bears. See, this is what I'm talking about, people. I wonder if we should open that building, you know what I mean? Because our vantage point is limited and I don't want to crowd anybody. Let's try over here. Let's try over here. I'm glad you guys are all missing your local zoos because I think they offer just something so great to the community. There we are. We have this little secret viewing spot for the polar bears. A lot of folks love turning to nature when times seem uncertain. Here's your view of Hope and Nora in the water. Yes, Cincinnati is an amazing zoo. Columbus, Ohio has 5 zoos, you guys. They have 5 accredited zoos in Ohio. Isn't that amazing? Those of you watching not from Utah, we're the only zoo here, really. We have an aquarium and an aviary, and we're it. So for those of you with 5 zoos, that's really something. Yes, that's Nora and Hope. They're in the water together, you guys, but I'm trying to get us a view, and I'm trying to not crowd because we got a little bit, I don't want to, sorry guys, I don't want to shout about staying 6 feet apart because I'll deafen you guys because I've got this microphone on. So let's try to do this. There we go. There's Hope and Nora.
Why do people fish for these?
Playing and enjoying.
Well, because each of these things are...
Yeah, Rena, you're right. We might need to kind of figure this out here.
Really likes that.
It's all a work in progress, you guys. All a work in progress. So I'm gonna have to maybe get some attention down here. That's one of the tricks too at the zoo. Oops, excuse me. Is as soon as the animals are doing something amazing, people of course want to cluster in. You'll forgive me, Rena. Make sure you have proper distancing, guys. Thanks, Rita. It is fun. The bears are so great. Let's see if our grizzlies are up to anything. Again, you can see the spots on the ground so people know where to stand, or at least a good reminder. Oh, there they are up there snoozing. We've done some great Facebook field trips with our grizzly bears, you guys. Facebook field trips, we're still trying to kind of figure those out. A lot of you have asked about them. I love that you've enjoyed them. So we're still kind of trying to see if we can get another shot of the bears. So that's reserved for just kind of one group at a time in there. Guys, maybe we need ice cream. I think we need ice cream. I could probably use ice cream, but I can't eat it because I got my mask on. I can't walk with my phone and talk and wear a mask and eat ice cream at the same time, so I'll have to wait. But ice cream windows are available. And the other thing, we're so grateful for your patience as well, because we went from closed to open in 2 days, so we still need to get some staff on board. Please do not move tables. Thank you for practicing distancing. So we're still trying to get our staff up and running. So right now we just have limited availability or limited menu options. But some of your favorites are there. They were selling burgers like crazy yesterday. Yes, you guys, we opened just yesterday and we are lucky to be open. And we've taken all sorts of safety precautions. All of these railings are getting disinfected numerous times a day. We have one-way travel through the zoo. Staff's required to wear masks. Guests are not required to, but they are strongly encouraged to. Just to keep everybody safe, and you guys also to keep our animals safe. You remember there was a tiger at the Bronx Zoo that tested positive for COVID. So we're certainly on high alert. So this path is closed. You can see staff walking through with disinfectant and that kind of thing. Zoo Brew, great question, Taylor. We're hoping to. Our May Zoo Brew has been canceled because that one's just a little bit too soon. That one would have been May 13th. But we're still very much hoping to bring the others. We still have them planned. So it'd be 2 in June, July, August, September, October. We hope to do it. It's one of our favorite events. Now there's some spots in the zoo where you can kind of get a little bit close to the animal. So we're asking you to stand back, or you might come up to an exhibit that's a little bit blocked off because we need you. There's our gorgeous kitty over there. That's Sela. Sela's 17 years old, you guys. She can nap if she wants, right? Ah, there's Mr. Burns. So you can see staff disinfecting. We still have places for you to eat. Outdoor, we have walk-up dining options. Colton, how are you?
How are you?
Good. Colton works in our animal hospital.
Nice. Amazing. Hold on.
And then here we go. This is one of those spots I talked about where we just want to keep a little bit greater distance between you and the animal. I don't see our links right now. I'm trying to give you guys a little glimpse of animals when we can without getting too close. So this is another spot here by the tigers. We just want to give you a little bit of extra distance so that we're not getting too close. So you guys, this is kind of what it looks like at the zoo right now. So we want you to just do what's best for your family, but we sure would love to see you. Sculptures are blocked off. We did the dots and then realized it might be a little closer than we wanted, so we put the ropes up. Let's see if we can see the leopard, you guys. Partner with local residents to make masks that are donated or sold at a very reasonable cost. We have thought about doing that. We do have some masks for sale up by our gift shop. Look at that beauty. Dimitri. Marley, thank you for your support. You guys have been so great. We, yes, the zoo is open 7 days a week. We have absolutely loved the support we've received from our community with donations and, uh-oh, you guys, someone's mask. I don't have gloves on, so I won't pick it up, but someone's missing their mask. Okay, so again, garbage cans without lids. You guys, I'm just giving you a walk through the zoo so you kind of know what to expect. We're gonna follow the arrows. And this is just kind of what it's like at the zoo right now, but people, it's just actually a really great time to come because like I said, normally you'd have 5,000 people here today, maybe even 7,000 on an average Sunday, but you know, we're only letting 3,000 people in a day. And we may need to adjust that as we get going. Somebody asked earlier about how long you could be at the zoo. We sort of estimated it off average visits to the zoo. So that would be, normally people spend about 2 hours at the zoo. But we're finding people might want to spend longer because you guys are enjoying being outside right now. So we might need to adjust those numbers. You guys walking up South Hill with a mask on is no joke. Can you hear me huffing and puffing? Our drinking fountains are blocked off. Markhor, I don't even see the Markhor right now. I'm just kind of trying to do a quick walk through too so that you guys could just kind of see what you're dealing with, because we've had a lot of questions about what's happening and what's going on and what does it look like. So I thought this might kind of help ease concerns. Got construction going on over here, but not entirely sure what will happen to this project because this was planned long before COVID. Is the admission discounted since you can only stay 2 hours and you have to walk one direction? No, the admission is not discounted, mostly because we've been closed since March 17th. And frankly, we need all the revenue we can get at this point. It costs $40,000 to $45,000 a day to run the zoo, and we've had no income. The indoor spaces are closed, and some of the train carousel splash pad things are closed, but we still have awesome animals you could see. We still have a lot of them, and we need the support, Jessica. Thank you. I like the new Facebook emojis, by the way. Masks are hard reading, you're right. That South Hill is hard too. So you guys, any other questions about what's happening up here at the zoo? Thought this might be just kind of a good way. Guys, thank you so much for your donations. And again, we just want people to come to the zoo and they feel safe. We want it to be a safe experience. To know you don't have to wear a mask. It is strongly encouraged. Look at this view, you guys. What a spectacular day up here. Our staff do have to wear masks. That's required by the county. But the county is just recommending guests. Do we anticipate being able to reopen train or carousel eventually? Boy, we hope so. I'm not sure when. I'd imagine as the restrictions shift and change, maybe in the next round. We're just kind of playing it by ear. The trick with the carousel and the train, it's hard to do the distancing, and then it's also difficult to make sure it's disinfected properly. I don't know if we're going to increase how many people. I think we're just kind of trying to figure it out right now. It is a beautiful view, isn't it? That's one of my favorite views. Our business office kind of looks right out onto that, which is just gorgeous. Do you have to walk the whole zoo, or is there a way to get back out? So Carla, I'm really glad you asked that. There's a couple of things. If you are not able to do South Hill, if you have mobility issues, some people wheelchair, that South Hill is very, very difficult. If you contact guest services when you arrive, we can arrange to get you up in front of the reptile building and then out near the carousel. We can't do that for everyone who doesn't want to walk South Hill, obviously. So we want to reserve that for people who might need help as well. What about people with disabilities who may not be able to climb South Hill? Oh yeah, that's what I was just talking about, Lori. Check in at guest services when you arrive. We want to make sure it's accessible for everyone. Oh, do you see Loki sleeping up there, you guys? And South Hill is a beast. There's no doubt about it. You guys, I'm glad this has been helpful. I know it's all, there's just, everything seems up in the air and confusing. So I thought a walkthrough would be our best bet. And then after South Hill, you get right down here, the bottom of African Savannah. You could see the arrows right there. Meerkats across the way. Thank you, you guys. We've had some awesome donations rolling in. I so appreciate that. Like I said, the zoo's been closed since March 17th. And it costs about $40,000 to $45,000 a day to operate the zoo. And so to not have that revenue, especially right when our season would be really picking up right now, it's been a really tough time. We got a runaway stroller up here. Runaway stroller. See if we can see. Trying to remember what that hill is by. I remember, yeah, that hill's up at the south end of the zoo. And again, there's still a lot of ways you guys can support the zoo. You can go to hoglezoo.org. You can buy animal art. That's art done by our animals. You can also buy some gorgeous original works done by our artistic director here, Jay Weston. How much is admission? It's regular admission price. I think that's about $18.95 for an adult. Oh, Akara, come say hi. Akara, come say hi. Come here. Come here. Sometimes she'll come over when you call her, guys. Here she comes. Come here, Akara. Come say hi.
That's closer to...
See if she embarrasses me, or see if she'll come over. You know when you tell people your kids will do something and then they don't? Okay, let's see. Akara, there she is. There she is. You guys, she has missed you.
Look at the little one swinging.
He's swinging around. You guys see Tua down low. Hi, Akara. Hi, baby girl. You want to show me your tongue? See if she'll do it. There she goes. Hi, girl. She's missed you guys. So here we are looking at Akara. Little Tua's coming up. They're so excited to have you back. You guys, thank you so much for your donations. We're just taking you on a walking tour for today's field trip so that you can kind of see how things are looking up here. See how are they great? There they are. What you drinking? So sometimes you guys, you see these things in exhibits, and our keepers, sometimes that's been full of food that they have to try to figure out how to get out. Sometimes it has honey in there, different things like that. What's the name of the hill? What, South Hill? You talking about South Hill, you guys? What hill are you referring to? Oh, yes. All right. Bye, girls. Let's walk on down. So, you guys, let's talk about the field trips. A lot of you have asked about them now that we're open. I'm just kind of curious what you're thinking about them. Today's wasn't really about animals like we've always focused on in the past. We just wanted you guys to kind of get a feel for how the zoo looks now, because things have changed. It's not exactly the same experience that you might be used to. There's our little runaway stroller still. He's a hard one to catch up with, huh? Yeah. It's a good thing he's cute. I know. All right, so there's our closed carousel, sadly. I'll keep you guys posted when we have an idea when we might be able to reopen that. There's our zoo exit, so we're gonna follow our arrows. Again, Dippin' Dots are open, pizza, all that good stuff. Do you guys have any more questions before we sort of sign off? Because then we'll just go around this corner and out that temporary exit. Keep them a couple times a week. Okay, that's a good suggestion. It is a nice uncrowded day, you guys. We're only allowing 3,000 people a day in at the zoo right now. We're encouraging everyone to wear masks. There's one-way travel through the zoo. I'm so glad you guys have loved the field trips. You know, we have loved doing them. It's been so fun to just chat with you guys, and I love when I can go just hang out with the keepers and get up close to the animals. So, all right, you guys. That's pretty much, I don't want you to have to listen to me try to walk up another hill with this mask on. Yes, someone can still rent motorized wheelchairs. Absolutely. You can still get strollers and wagons. You can still get all of the good stuff. The wolves are gone, Julie. I'm afraid our wolves are gone. We had 2 wolves, and then one of them passed away, and wolves, as you know, are pack animals. So we had no choice. That was a little bit ago. We sent our remaining wolf up to a sanctuary. And because wolves are no longer considered endangered, they're not part of the SSP, the Species Survival Plan. So at that point, there would have been nowhere for us to get a wolf. So we had to kind of get out of wolves for a little bit, which is always a bummer. Hey, you guys, thank you so much for walking through the zoo with me. That's what's going on up here at the zoo. Masks are encouraged. You need to reserve that time ticket prior. Tiffany, I love the idea of Ask a Keeper. I think we might start doing some lunch with the keepers on Facebook. What do you think? Then you guys can ask them some questions about what it's like to be a keeper and work with various animals. Do you like my zebra mask? Thank you. A volunteer made that for me. I love it too, but it's hard to walk up the hill. Hard to walk up the hill with it. You guys, we have so appreciated your support. The zoo is open. You need to go to hoglezoo.org, reserve your timed entry ticket. And then we're recommending about 2 hours, and then we might have to adjust that. Maybe you get here and you want to stay 4 hours. We're counting people as they exit so that we can always kind of keep our numbers where we want them to be. That helps us. We got 4 foxes to replace the wolves, Melania, and they're adorable. So that helps us keep the numbers appropriate so that we have distancing and all that good stuff. So, all of the Facebook field trips, you guys, I love that you've loved them. Thank you for the positive feedback and your suggestions. Facebook field trips live on Facebook for forever. You can also catch them on our YouTube channel, Utah's Hogle Zoo. All right, you guys, that's what's happening at the zoo. please get your tickets if it's right for your family and you feel safe. We would sure love to see you out here. Thank you so much for